All right, good morning. Today is October 11th of 2024, and we're just going to go over yesterday's price action as well as, um, as well as the outlook for today. So yesterday I had expected a bullish move, and as you saw me early in the stream, I was able to take a long, and then again I took another long later on into the afternoon session. Let's see here. Okay, so right after the morning, I had expected price to draw higher. We took a look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour gap was from this area to this higher. That was too wide of a range for me, so I decided to use this one since it was within 50% of the range, as well as consequent encroachment, which is right here. Same thing for NQ. I decided to use the one below it because obviously, if you want to get long, you want to get long below. You want to formulate your plan below at discount if you want to get long. If you want to get short, you want to formulate your plan above discount, so at premium. So that's what I did. So came into the morning, noticed that price was wicking above constant encroachment and in the premium range of the 1-hour gap. Not only that though, but obviously we tapped into discount here. Same thing here, we tapped into discount. So all areas were pointing to a bullish move. Not only that though, but we swept buy side. So then I needed to see sell side get swept. Sell side got swept here. So if price was going to move higher, it was either going to move into at least equilibrium, or it was going to tap buy side liquidity. Same thing for NQ. It was going to touch equilibrium, or it was also going to reach buy side liquidity. So again, price moves from liquidity to liquidity, or from liquidity to imbalance, or from liquidity to imbalance, or from imbalance to imbalance. So yesterday we had a move of, here at least on ES, we had a move of liquidity to imbalance because we didn't take liquidity. Same thing here, we went from liquidity to liquidity. This obviously is imbalanced, but I mean after price took out this liquidity up sell side here. Okay, so we formulated our buys. Actually, let's go over both trades that way. I know that way I don't have to jump between different time frames. So the 10 o'clock macro trade. So the 10 o'clock macro trade, I took one ill-advised one here, but I took it off real quick because, you know, I was definitely offside. And so I just decided to take it off. But then came back into the 10 o'clock macro, price displaced lower. But as you can see, this, look at how this 15-minute closed. As soon as this displaced lower, I began looking for an entry on the 1 minute. Same thing here, looking for an entry on 1 minute. What did I just remember? Okay, so this was one of the theories for my entry. Coming into the 11 o'clock macro, I noticed SMT. And like I had said previous to 11 o'clock, or previous to me ending the stream, I said I want to see SMT. So SMT between this low and this low, and this low and this low. Right here. Okay, so two environments for a long setup. At equilibrium, long, at equilibrium, long, SMT, long, SMT, long. So those were my two setups. Now let's go, those are my two environments. One second. Okay, so same setup as in the 1 hour here. Price is fractal, so set up here on the 1 minute. Buy side swept, sell side swept, entry here, long, into equilibrium or 50% of the range, and if I have some left, into liquidity up here. I actually ended up taking this one, as you can see in the lamp stream, entry long here, covered into these areas here. Why did I cover into these areas here? Well, because we had no SMT just yet, so I had a pretty good grasp on the trade, but I wasn't too sold on that yet. So came back into the 11 o'clock macro. I wanted to see buy side swept, sell side swept, because we had already done that on the 5 minute. Here is the 1 minute buy side swept, sell side swept into equilibrium. This gap here, as well as this breaker here, entry long. Here is where the SMT took place. Low here, lower low here, low here, higher low here. Buy side swept, sell side does not get swept again. That's because there's SMT. There's buyers are unwilling to let price get below this area. I jump in right in this candle at 11:05, and I take profit at 50. I think it was 56 points. The reason why I took it there was because that was 2R. Okay, that's all I was looking for, because I had already taken this trade here, and I ended up taking this trade here. So pretty good entries, pretty good exits. Let's go ahead and show you the video real quick. So one time I actually decided to take a video here. Right here. I did actually start recording it a little too late, but that's fine. Ended up taking it right here. And by this time I was already long on the I think this happened at 11:05. Yeah, 11:05, this candle here. So this right here is an optimal trade entry. This right here is SMT, as you can see here. Obviously they're a little off, but you can understand the concept there. And this tool here helped me manage the trade, because obviously here I wanted to see price remain within the upper quadrant of the discount array. Let's see here. Oh, that's me managing the trade. Where is it? Right there. And that was my my sell area. All right, just give me a second. I'm trying to do something. Okay, sorry. I had to do something. Okay, so let's see here. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So those were the reasons why I took those two longs yesterday. Pretty good entries, pretty good exits, very good executions. Those are the type of trades I'm leaning towards. Well, most of my trades are like that, but sometimes I do get carried away. Today might be one of those days where I get carried away, but with a good reason. So today, I did take a short here. I think it was at this high here, covered into this low down here. Um, let me tell you why. On the 15 minute, what I wanted to see is I wanted to see this low get swept, right? Uh, I am bullish. However, I did want to see this low get swept. Why? Because I want to get in somewhere down here, and the reason I got short up here was because I want to build some capital so I can get this long down here somewhere. And I am actually getting ready because I believe this right here is the Judas swing. Okay, this is the Judas swing because I want to see buy side get taken out. On NQ, on ES, price did not take out buy side. We have relative equal highs up here, but I don't think ES takes out this low here. I think this is the one because yesterday it already took out buy side, so this low is protected, right? So, but this low I don't think is. This low I don't think is because again, buy side was taken. Now I want to see sell side get taken. Okay, so I want to position myself for a long up here because everybody right now is positioned short. Everybody up here was positioned long. So now that all of those longs are probably going to get swept here, I'm going to be looking for longs somewhere in this area here, and I've built enough capital. So why did I get short there? Let's see here. Okay, so price swept buy side. I'm sure I probably should have gotten in here, but I just waited a little bit. Saw this gap here get drawn. This right here is breakaway gap. I think I jumped in right here somewhere. Yep, right here somewhere. And I ended up covering, I think it was up here somewhere. But pretty good entry, pretty good exit. Probably should have waited to get for this one to get swept. But again, I did not want to be in while I was formulating my plan, and it looks like my plan is maybe going to come into fruition. But I want to be able to get in down here. Okay, so I want to see maybe price trade into 50% of this range. So I want a little bit more. Actually, let me get it ready at 45 here. Right there. So I have an order in here in at 45. Just need a little bit more. Come on. You know what? The 15 minutes about to close. So let's get in right there. So I'm going to cancel this. Okay, so I'm in at 45, 48. So I've built enough capital to see maybe price trade into consequent encroachment here. But now I want to see the displacement higher now. I don't think ES breaks this low because again, these areas are protected. So I do want to see now that there is SMT here. Probably should have waited to get triggered in, but I do get antsy from time to time. So that's SMT. So now with this 15 minute, I want to see a reversal. I want to see price come back up there. I want to see how it closes. These relative equal lows was something I wanted to see uh, get swept. You probably didn't see this one, but if you look at the 4 hour, this is a 4 hour low here. This is I think it's a 4 hour low as well, or the current 4 hour low. Yeah, right there. So there might be a possibility that we still sweep this low, but again, the reason why I took this short was to build enough capital so that if we came to this low down here, my cushion was well worth it, because again, I do believe that we reverse here. If we break this low here, then I'll probably just take it out and I'll revisit once I see an entry on the 10 o'clock macro. Because I do believe that we reverse here in the I don't know, near future, uh, within the next few minutes, because I am expecting this candle to close up here somewhere. during the 10 o'clock macro or up here. So we'll see. I could be right, I could be wrong. Today is Friday, but we do have news. We did have news at 8:30, PPI news. So I will be watching to see how price reacts here. And I do believe that this may very well turn into a unicorn later on. So we'll see. But it's just one contract. This right here was 3 contracts, so I was able to catch, a bit of a cushion there. So we'll see what happens up here. Couple more seconds, and there we go. This right here is a 4-hour constant encroachment of a what is it? Wick. And I will most likely probably end up taking another one down here if it trades all the way to this area here. If we do come to this low, what I want to see is I don't want to see displacement. I want to see it tap it and then immediately reverse. Yep, I want to see it get tapped and immediately reverse. Ideally, what I want to see is, all right, so this is the 4-hour. All right, so we are kind of bouncing off of that. As you can see, between this high here, this low and this high here, we are still closing above it. All right, let's take a look at the 1 minute because we've had about 2 minutes worth. I'm going to wait until it closes. All right. All right, we still got some wicks above, it seems. All right, let's take a look. YM is drawing higher now. ES is drawing higher. I'm going to jump in one more here. No, not yet, not yet. Okay, all right, I'm in. So now I want to see price take this whole area. And if anything, this right here is the order block I'm paying attention to. And this is about all the room I'm willing to give it. So I'm willing to give it about 3. My average is now about 43 here. So I'm willing to give it about 30 points because that's about how much I caught it here. And on 3 contracts, so that gives me a little bit more cushion. And with that, I'll probably give myself maybe an extra 20 points if it decides to come down to this area here. But again, the reason why I am long here is because I'm anticipating, since we have 30 minutes until the 4-hour closes, I'm anticipating the 4-hour closing somewhere up here. And if we sweep this low, then I want the 4-hour to still close somewhere up here. No, we're still rejecting that order block, so we might come down to sweep one more time. ES is reacting very bullish. YM is now at all-time highs. New all-time highs. No, never mind. It's about to draw through all-time highs. It's about 100 points away. And we are drawing, still rejecting that. Oh, we're about to close above. Come on. Nope, still rejected that. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. The goal today is to either end up break even, which we still, not still, but which we will if we stop out here, or with a tiny loss. Because yesterday, like I said, yesterday was 2 really good trades. Both ran for about 50 points, so I'm definitely happy about that. So we'll see. Let's take a look at the weekly. Oh, another reason why I'm bullish is because on the daily, on NQ, well, on ES actually, on ES we have an inside candle. Off the previous day, it stayed above 50% of the candle here. And whenever you get those types of candles, just like it did, where was it? Not here, not there, right here. The next day we ran towards previous day high. So inside candle, so that's why I'm bullish today. But yeah, we'll see. ES has yet to still even touch the previous day low. I mean the current low. We are now drawing higher on NQ. But again, I do still want to see it trade above 4.5 and stay above 4.5. 4.5 is still rejecting. All right, so we do have a gap here. I want to see this gap turn into an inverse. Not now, but eventually within the next 30 minutes. SMT here at these lows. Let's just zoom out to the 15. That way it's more. So yeah, I think we do sweep this low here. But again, even if I see displacement, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the next 15-minute close below this area. Okay, 5 minutes is closed, so we have 15 minutes until, well, 5 minutes until the next 5-minute closes. We close very bearish on the 5-minute. So actually there is SMT now between this low and this low and this low and this low right here. Actually it's this low, but I'm not gonna what's the word? I'm not gonna label it. Still need to get above here though. See, that's my issue sometimes. Sometimes I jump in, what do you call it, in front of it when I should jump in after it. If this candle closes above this candle, then that's a good sign. Or even above this right here. YM continues to draw higher, and ES looks like it's going to go towards the highs too. Three more minutes. Actually, we have two stages of SMT. First stage, second stage. First stage, second stage. Wow, okay. Sometimes I get too drawn into price action that I completely forget to notice other little details. We're still rejecting this right here. That's a 15-minute. 15-minute. We are drawing a gap here. Looks like we're finally closing. That gap. We just traded into the 5-minute gap. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. in a couple of seconds. The crazy thing about this trade is I am in no pain because again I do have a cushion and I am confident on my analysis. But then again, that's that won't be seen until the macros are in place or until I give it more time. This is a doji candle, so I should completely yeah, doji candle doesn't tell me much. So now I want to see how this candle reacts. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. I think the 1 minute might show me something. We have an order block here. We just closed above this candle here. Now I want to see price just continue to draw higher. Same thing on the 5 minute. We closed above this order block here. I want to see this 5 minute candle close above this gap here. I'm going to cover my first one at 50, so right above here. If we violate this gap here, what I'm doing is I'm going to put my stop at the low now. Price continues to draw higher on YM, and the 4 hour seems like it's going to close up here. Again, price just needs to continue drawing higher. That's all I care about. Let's draw this right here. That's the previous close. So I want to see the previous. I want to see at 10 o'clock. I want to see price up here or closing above this area. Let's take a look at the 15 minute. The 10 o'clock macro is about to start. I need to see price trade through this breaker here. Right now it's kind of rejecting it. That's not a good sign. Ouch. 1 more minute. 30 more seconds. I want to see the 5-minute at least close above this area here. Looks like we're just at it. 30 more seconds. Looks like we're going to get more than I wanted, but that's even better. 5 more seconds. All right. All right, so we closed above consequent encroachment on the 5-minute. So now I want to see price stay above this area. If it comes down here, that's fine, but I want to see it trade higher. We're leaving a tiny, what's the word? Tiny area there. I want to see it just take off. What I don't want to see is I don't want to see sideways price action. I mean, we are technically at the macro. Let's take a look and see if there's anything on the 1-minute. There's nothing on the 1-minute. All of this area here is balanced. Yep, it's all balanced. Maybe this area here is a tiny little gap here. So far so good. So this is the 4-hour I'm talking about. I want to see at 10 o'clock, I want to see price be above here. It would be even better if it just sliced through it. And this is also the middle or consequent encroachment of this breaker. I want to see it just slice through. It's balancing everything now. That's actually a pretty good sign. Well, in my eyes, in my opinion. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. We just rebalanced this whole area here. At 5:55, I want to see price up here. All right, I'm not liking that rejection. All right, this is the 5-minute order block. So the same thing it's doing on the 1-minute is now doing on the 5-minute. So as long as it just continues to do that, any little pullback that we get is fine with me. We have about 1 minute. I want to see the 5-minute close above here. And ES just took buy side, NQ did not. But with ES, I want to see a continued move higher. Come on. 15 seconds. Oh no, we're closing below it. I don't like that. Okay, that's fine. Well, we closed right at consequent encroachment. Now let's see how this one rolls. We already had the immediate rebalance here. So logically, the next candle may retrace, but I don't want it to come back down. See how it closed. Well, it kind of closed good enough. Yeah. Okay. So now, if it trades into consequent encroachment here, I don't want price to start rejecting that area. I want it to just continue drawing higher. So we have 4 minutes. So in about 4 minutes, I'll decide what to do here. Ouch. Let's take a look at the 60-minute. Actually, the 60-minute, I have it right over here. I like how the 60-minute is reacting after it swept these lows here. Okay, so we're above that. Great. We have 4 minutes. I don't like how it's rejecting that area. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my stop down here at 13, and that gives me about a 30-point stop. Yep, let's do that. Because here I'm kind of getting a negative reaction. But again, it all has to do with how price closes here within the next 3 minutes. In hindsight, I probably should have gone with this one. Yeah, because buy side is about to get taken here. Relative equal highs, a bunch of relative equal highs, so it's logical for price to attack these highs up here. And Q is the one that's lagging. One more minute. Let's see. So YM is rejecting the all-time high rejection block on the 1 hour. Yep, it definitely is. But on the 5 minute, we're about to close above here. We already have market structure shift on the 1 minute. We have 40 seconds until the candle closes. I just don't like how NQ is lagging. More seconds, but we're still going to close above the previous low here, though. So that's the only thing that's keeping me confident still. My stop is now down here. 2 more seconds. All right. So we now have that. Oof. I did not like that. But it could just be a stop run. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's definitely a stop run. I'm going to remove my stop. In fact, yeah, let's see how it closes here. This is a 5-minute order block, by the way. Market structure shift. Buy side swept, sell side swept. You know what? I'm going to add another one here. Just need to see it draw back up there. Nope, not yet. Okay, all right, so I added another one there. My stop still remains this low here. So I'm risking everything I made earlier today. I'm risking about, yeah, the exact same amount I made earlier. Take one up here. Got one out. Beautiful. Took buy side up here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. What does it look like? We are still, damn, we're still closing below here. That's not a good sign. Well, at least I took one off. No way. I just realized something stupid. Yep, just realized something very stupid. Wow. So all the trades that I were taking was on paper. Darn it. Okay, that's fine. Because what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take it again here. The reason why is because we still haven't taken buy side, so that's good. Yep, I'll just do that. Darn, I can't believe I just did that. So I just added one here. Oh my god, that's horrible. Which still remains. Oh man. I do that often. I forget to switch between my actual account to my simulation account. All right, so I'm one in at least. I don't see this low getting broken anymore. So I'll just let it go. Jesus, I can't believe I just did that. Just wow. Okay, so I'm back to my what's the word? I'm back to my original plan. Even though I don't think these lows get swept anymore, but I'm gonna hold it because I do believe we come to take these highs up here. So completely forgetting about what happened the last 30 minutes. Just oh man, that's hilarious. All right, so just letting it go. We close above this right here. That is change in state of delivery. Actually, that's a propulsion block. Yeah, that's a propulsion block. I can't believe I just did that. Oh man, that hurts. So we're getting to all-time highs here. I do believe we sweep through and we just slice through and we continue drawing higher. Yep. All right. So I'm not gonna take any chances here because so let's take it off at 16. Actually, let's put it down at 15. That way, a couple of points lower. So we took sell side on ES. I mean, we took buy side on NQ. I mean, we took buy side on ES, and I'm taking it off here. And I'll call it that. I'll call that the day. Oh, geez, I can't believe I did that shit. It's fucking frustrating. And this was the perfect entry too. There are people trying to get short this. But again, this is a propulsion block along with this candle right here. Actually, no, not that one. On the 1 minute at least, it's this one. Right there. But I'm happy. I'm happy regardless because I read price right. But that's just annoying, really annoying. We might see some consolidation up here, second stage consolidation at least. Come on, just a little bit more. the next trade idea I have for later on, if price wants to continue drawing higher, is this breaker. A play from here. About to get stopped. Well, my sell stop's about to get triggered. And there it is. Okay. All right, so I'm out on that. Let's take a look here. Jesus, I can't believe I did that. Oh man. Where is it? Oh man, that's such a shitty feeling. But it's all my fault, so I'm not. That's the only thing I'm not worried about. Okay, so this is the first trade. Took it right here, short into this low here, covered. Long here, covered into this high here. Um, the it's going to continue drawing higher. The um, the trade that I took on my simulation account, thinking it was my actual account, was here, another one here, and then another one down here. So those are the three contracts, but obviously I had to take this one here because I was a little frustrated because I saw the stop run, right? The stop run was the thing that gave me a clue, and I probably should have added more, but by this time I just wanted to get out, and I did. Beautiful executions. This one was three contracts here, three contracts out, built enough cushion. Obviously, that was all for nothing because, oh man. But anyways, uh, got out and then jumped back in here because we were still within this area here. So I probably, again, I probably should have added more, but that's fine. So very good price action reading to end the week. After a not so great read here, I was very late to the party here, but I caught this area long, caught these longs here, these longs here. In the past, what I would have done is, in the past, what I probably would have done is I probably would have gotten short up here, and I probably would have gotten stopped out because I didn't know how to read price action just yet. But the fact that, we barely touched this area here, this right here with this tool, the fact that we did not touch this low here means that we would at least get up to the point where it's at right now, or right below the median line, or we're gonna draw through and completely envelop this whole area. And the stop point will probably most likely be up here. So about the same distance between this low and the lower portion of the median of the what do you call that? The lower portion up until this line. So as the saying goes, is as above, so below, as below, so above. But again, beautiful trade, beautiful entries, shitty exits because I mean not shitty exits, shitty uh, mindfulness as to the contract I was using. That's actually a pretty good entry here. This right here is an institutional order flow entry drill. If price does not break this low, it's going to continue drawing higher. Okay, all right, that's fine. So what I think happens now is I think ES and NQ either continue drawing higher uh, or they consolidate. So what I want to see is I want to see the same move it did here. You see draw higher, consolidation during lunch, manipulation, expansion. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the week. Man, the fact that I was not in my actual account is bugging me. Let's take a look at something else that I want to see. Yeah, that is an institutional order flow entry drill. Why are you frozen? God damn it. All right. I'm going to disconnect from the charts before I get very, before I become stupid. Just disconnected there. Oh, wow. Now it finally starts working. Okay. Yeah, this is a beautiful chart. Market maker buy model here. Uh, so what did I do right this week? I trusted my bias after analyzing data. So pretty good, pretty good, pretty good week. I'm very happy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Next week, I will be bullish next week. I don't expect nothing crazy to happen. Depending on where price closes today, because we just took out buy side on the 15-minute. So now, and on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour, we took buy side as well. And on the daily, we took out buy side. So what I want to see next week is I want to see price retrace into some sort of imbalance on the daily, which there is on the daily at these lows down here between this low and somewhere here. There's an imbalance here on the daily, but I did not expect price to come down today. Like I said, today we do have an inside candle from yesterday's high and low. This whole area here is the daily candle. So inside candle. So today I expected a big run, but I decided to go with NQ because NQ had the better entry points for me. ES, I wasn't too sure exactly where. The only place I could have maybe tried getting in, but I didn't know how low price was going to go. I mean, it did trade into this tiny little imbalance here, but I didn't trust that enough, which I should have because we had another one here. Price retraced into 50% here, 50% here with this candle, and here it traded into OTE, optimal trade entry. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you next week.